Narcissists have a fundamentally different approach to relationships compared to those of us who seek happiness, stability, and mutual support. While most people desire a relationship that offers emotional fulfillment, care, and stability, narcissists are driven by motivations that are starkly different. Their primary concerns revolve around power, control, and dominance. To them, relationships are not about love or companionship, but rather about establishing and maintaining superiority over others. Narcissists live in a perpetual state of paranoia and defensiveness. They view the world through a lens of suspicion, believing that everyone, including their partners, is out to undermine or harm them. This pervasive sense of threat leads them to a preemptive mindset where they must get you before you get them. The idea of a peaceful and stable relationship is foreign to them. It is perceived as dull and uninspiring. When things are calm and harmonious, they are likely to become restless and seek ways to create chaos. For them, the calmness that you might cherish as a sign of a healthy relationship is actually a signal that something is amiss, and they will actively seek to disrupt it. When you find contentment in a stable relationship, the narcissist's reaction is not to appreciate it, but to see it as an opportunity to level up or find a new source of validation. They might perceive your contentment as a sign that you no longer need them, which they interpret as a threat to their sense of importance and control. They believe that if you are not actively expressing distress, then you must not care about them. This twisted logic arises from their inability to recognize or value genuine acts of love and kindness, which they are unable to perceive as genuine affection. The narcissist's own self-worth is a fragile facade built on a foundation of delusion and self-deception. Inside, they struggle with a profound sense of unworthiness and self-loathing, but they project an image of being superior, successful, and always right. This disconnect between their inner self-loathing and their outward arrogance prevents them from engaging in self-reflection or acknowledging their own faults. Instead, they deflect blame onto their partners, perceiving any negative emotions or conflicts as evidence of their partner's failings rather than their own. This refusal to take responsibility for their actions creates a dynamic where all problems in the relationship are seen as your fault. Narcissists cannot accept that their behavior has consequences. Instead, they expect you to bear the emotional burden and keep the relationship afloat despite their destructive tendencies. This expectation places an immense strain on you, as you are forced to constantly manage the emotional fallout of their actions while avoiding conflict to prevent further escalation. This exhausting dynamic turns the relationship into a constant struggle for survival, where you must dehumanize yourself to avoid a ceaseless cycle of conflict. In this way, narcissists act like parasites, draining your emotional resources and leaving you a shadow of your former self. They seek to silence you, instill fear, and discourage open communication to maintain their control. Their behavior is not only damaging but also deeply offensive, and it is essential to recognize that you do not have to accept or endure such mistreatment in your life.